bunch of Halloween freaks. My name is Canuckadile, and today I'm bringing you another set of Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Halloween-themed Battle Spot battles. This week, we're going to be focusing less on the more ethereal, spooky side of the Halloween spectrum, and more on the giant kaiju coming to destroy your town and kill everyone you've known and loved side of the Halloween spectrum. So we're going to start with like the Kaiju Godzilla theme, giant monster theme. So let's get right into the team preview. So first on our list is Mecha Gojira, our Mega Aggron, and he's rocking the standard kind of Mega Aggron set with a little bit of investment in defense, a huge, all the EVs in HP, and the remaining go into special defense, so he can take hits on both sides of the offensive spectrum. And he's kind of got a standard set with the Heavy Slam, Earthquake, Thunder Wave, and Stealth Rock. I know Stealth Rock is not usually used in Battle Spot, but it's nice to have it up with all the Mega Charizards and Talonflames kind of lurking in the background there. So, our next one is Megalon, who's a giant stag beetle in the Godzilla universe. And that, of course, is perfect for Heracross. So, this is the standard Choice Scarf Moxie set with Mega Horn, Close Combat, Knockoff, and Stone Edge. It's going to outspeed pretty much anything that's not scarfed itself, and besides priority moves, of course. And this thing hits like a truck when it gets a couple Moxie boosts up, so I'm looking forward to using it. Now we're on to the star of this team in Gojira, and this is kind of an interesting Tyranitar set. I EV trained it in HP, gave it max HP EVs, and max special attack EVs. And I put the Assault Vest on it as well, so that when the sand is up and the Assault Vest, it gets a 50% boost in special defense from both of those factors. So this thing is taking special attacks like no other. It's a special wall. So on the attack side, we've got the Dark Pulse, which is the only stab move really that a special Tyranitar can take advantage of. The Hyper Beam, I know it's not that competitively viable, but it's nice to have on there to mimic Godzilla's atomic breath in the movies if you've ever seen it. So I thought I'd pay homage to him. And we've got the Ice Beam and the Fire Blast. Fire Blast for those Ferrothorns and any grass types that think they can take advantage and don't get affected by Ice Beam. So now we're on to Mega Gyarados, our Yanmega, and it's the one I've used in the past with the Speed Boost. It's wearing the Choice specs. It's got Shadow Ball, Bug Buzz, Giga Drain, Air Slash, and those are all nice coverage moves. So this thing can get pretty speedy with a couple of speed boosts under its belt and do a lot of nice coverage damage with all those special attacking moves with the Choice specs on. So now is Ebira, our Crawdaunt, and usually with the adaptability I like to put a Life Orb on, but because it's Battle Spot you can only have Life Orb on one Pokemon. So I put the Expert Belt on him, and this is the pretty much exact duplicate besides Life Orb and Shininess to my other Crawdaunt, Dr. Claw. The only reason I chose this one over Dr. Claw is because of the nickname, and I don't want to re-nickname Dr. Claw. So yeah. So he's rocking the standard set with the Swords Dance, Aqua Jet, Knockoff, and Crab Hammer. So if I can get some special or super effective hits on opposing Pokemon, that Expert Belt's really going to come through. And finally, we have Baragon, our standard of the standard Nidoking with the Sheer Force Life Orb, and it's got the Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Bolt Beam combo, and it can hit like a truck. If you don't know by now, you should know by now that special attacking Nidokings are nothing to fuck with. So, that being said, and the team preview out of the way, you're nice and acquainted with our monsters. I'm just going to go right in... Oh, I don't want to disconnect from the internet. Excuse me. I'm going to go right into the battle spot. No, I want to save my game. If I end up fumbling too long, I may just cut at this point right until I find a battle, so hang tight. Alright, and with that, we found an opponent from Japan, from Okoyama. So he's got a pretty intimidating team too, with the Yanmega, the Rotom Heat, the Latios, the Tyranitar, the Ferrothorn, and the Suicune. So I think I'm just going to lead my own Tyranitar. If he leads Tyranitar as well, I may go into Aggron. and slow that thing down because I know they like to get the Dragon Dances up. But I'm afraid of him leading Ferrothorn, and that's just no fun for anyone. So I'm gonna bring Yanmega too for that Suicune and the Latios. And I'm not. Yeah, you know what? I'll just do that. Stop thinking about it, Kanakadao. Just pick your team, go, and take your lumps if you were a little too overexcited for this battle. But yeah, that's what Pokemon's all about. It's just live and learn. I've had a couple good matches with this team and a couple really crappy matches where I get absolutely stomped. But that's not a deterrent for me playing the game because I love it so much. And that's not a deterrent for me uploading battles. If I lose, every loss is a learning experience, and I think that's how you get better at the game, is just taking what you learned from the loss and implementing it into future battles. So yeah, words of wisdom. Who says you don't learn anything from video games? So, he's taking his sweet-ass Japanese time in picking the team. It's funny that we have Yanmega and Tyranitar as well. I'm assuming his is probably a Mega Tyranitar, because unless that's a Mega Latios, which I haven't seen too much of, and I'm grateful I haven't seen too much of them because they're monsters in the speed and special attack department. So yeah, if I can avoid them at all costs, that would be preferred. Alright, so let's see who he opens up with. He's going to open up with his Latios. So, you know what? I'm okay with that. I just see this, because this is my special defensive wall, I see this as a great time to just hit something with the Dark Pulse. Maybe I should have Hyper Beamed, but you know what? Only time will tell. Hopefully he's not away or AFK right now, because I kind of, like, oh, no, he's going to just withdraw. Who's he going to send out? His Suicune. His Suicune, eh? That does nothing. So I'm going to see this as an opportunity. I might just switch into Aggron. Get a Thunder Wave on this thing. Probably gonna Scald. So probably a dumb move on my part. That's actually was a really dumb move on my part. But it's gonna do under half. Oh, but I'm gonna get the burn. Okay. So I'm just gonna Mega Evolve. All I want to do is get a Thunder Wave on this thing. And because this thing is not going to be doing much damage anymore now that it's burned. Although that wasn't its intended role with, oh, he's going to withdraw. Who's he going into? Latios. I'm fine with slowing this thing down too. I'm fine with slowing this thing down. That's nice, actually. So he's going to take the Sandstorm damage. I might set up the Stealth Rocks because it seems like this guy loves switching in and out. And I'm going to take advantage of any passive damage I can. So yeah, Stealth Rocks, here we come. Although he likes to take his time. It could just be the connection and I'm just a little whiner. But oh, he's going to Draco Meteor. That's going to do absolutely nothing. Actually, that might put me in range from the burn KOing me. Oh, it's gonna just KO me straight up. Okay. So, I see this as a great opportunity to bring in Yanmega. Get up some speed boosts. Nothing's really gonna appreciate a Bug Buzz. A Choice Spec Bug Buzz. And it's going to be enough to take out that Latios. which is huge. And I'm going to get a speed boost up, and the sandstorm's going to subside, so I'm not taking any of that passive damage. And that's nice. Aggron's down, but in comes the Suicune. Okay. Now I know these things are usually physically defensive, so I'm just feeling safe going straight up for the Bug Buzz again. And obviously I outspeed. I don't think an Ice Beam's gonna KO. And it's not. And I was, like, back of my mind as I was saying that, it's like, oh man, this is gonna... Oh, he's gonna extreme speed though. It doesn't take me out. Yes, Yanmega, you rule. Mega Gyarus, I should say, you rule. Taking out the Suicune. That's what I like to see. I've been seeing extreme speed a lot more on Suicunes lately. I don't know if that's just more of a Japanese thing, but it's strange. I mean, like, priority's nice, don't get me wrong. Oh, Yanmega of his own, and I'm so glad I got up those Stealth Rocks. I'm gonna outspeed, obviously. So I'm just going to get a Choice Spec Bug Buzz up. This thing can't one-shot my Tyranitar, even though... Oh my goodness! And that was enough to... Like, it's resisted, and it was enough to KO the Yanmega. So with that, we're going to walk away with a nice victory with our... I underestimated Yanmega, I should say. That was perfect. And I'm so glad I got those Stealth Rocks up, because that thing could have been a problem. I will not save that battle video, but... I will take what I got from that video, or that battle, excuse me, and continue on with the next one. So we got one victory so far. That's a nice change of pace from usually starting off the week with the humiliating loss, but I'll take it. And I'll take the losses too. Negativity, not welcome on this channel. Unless you want to call me an idiot, by all means, it's your right as a member of this YouTube, YouTube site. So, do what you want. So we've got the Blaziken, Mamoswine, Heatran, Heracross, Azumarill, and Cresselia. So, who am I going to bring? I am going to bring... I'm going to bring Tyranitar. Actually, that might be a dumb idea. I'm going to keep Tyranitar in the back, because I have a feeling he's going to lead with Mamoswine. I'm going to bring Yanmega, Heracross, and T-Tar. I know that, but he doesn't have any flying attacks. He has fire, so... But if I can get some speed boosts up and negate that Blaziken speed boost, that would be ideal. And then I can just run shop on with Air Slash. Run shop. Run train or wreck shop. So Kent from Japan is going to lead with the Heatran, which is the absolute worst thing that could have happened. So I have no choice but to switch out here. He's gonna Lava Plume or something. So that sucks. And I brought my 2 Pokemon weak to fire, and he has 2 fire types on his team. So, you know what? Maybe I should pay a little more attention in the team preview. But again, moral of the story, live and learn. So yeah, I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into Tyranitar because it can take any special hit. Like, it can even take a Flash Cannon from this thing. Yeah, burns. This thing's unaffected by burns. Oh, it's going to Toxic, though. He's going to Toxic. He's going to be a sneaky effer. That was probably smart. Probably really smart. And which is, now it's why I wish I had Guts on my Heracross. Oh, it's gonna be Stally. So I think I'm just going to... What am I gonna do? Huh. He's gonna withdraw. And go into his own Heracross. This thing is obviously scarfed. So I'm gonna go into Yanmega. I resist close combat 2 times. So hopefully I can take 2 of those. I know it's stab, does a lot of damage. But yeah, let's see if we can... Oh, it's a Mega Heracross. Is he gonna Bullet Seed? Or Pin Missile? Pin Missile. I think I can live that. Yeah. I don't think there's any way he's staying in here. So I might just lock myself into... What am I going to lock myself into? I'm going to lock myself into a Shadow Ball. Oh, and I'm so dumb. Over predictions every damn day. Yeah. I should have just air slashed. I could have taken this thing out. Oh well. Oh well. What can you do? Wonder if this is in range to KO with close combat. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna close combat. Who's he gonna go into? Cress. I should have knocked off. And of course it's Rocky Helmet, so I'm gonna go back into Tyranitar. Go far with Tyranitar. And I could see, yeah, the Psychic was coming, so that was a nice switch on my part. Should I predict him to switch? I think I'm going to predict him to switch. So I'm going to go into my Heracross again. Yep. Got him on the switch. That's what I needed. And I'm just going to go for the knockoff. I'm just hitting him with the knockoff. Because I think he's going back into the crest. That's what I would do. So, now we see what he wants to do. Nope, he's gonna stay in and just Lava Plume. Yep. So he beat me. I was over predicting like a motherfucker. And you know what? I hate to hit forfeit, but just because this video is running a little on the longer side, and it's going to take a while for me to be stalled out, I think, unless he switches immediately into the Mega Heracross, I'm just going to forfeit. So I hate doing it, but not going to waste your guys' time. So with that, we're 1-1 so far on the video, and we got one more battle. And maybe we can salvage a positive record for this video, which would be nice. Be very nice. So, let's go on to battle numero 3. And I thought I had him, I should have just close combated. Overthinking is the worst thing in the world you can do, and that's what I tend to do. I should have just gone for the obvious close combat. I'm sure he would have seen by the way I was predicting that I would have over-predicted, but whatever. So, he's got the Talonflame, the Gliscor, the Conkeldurr, the Kangaskhan, the Swampert, and the Greninja. So I'm for sure leading with Aggron. In case that Mega Kang wants to get some boosts on me, I can get a Thunder Wave on it, I can get some Stealth Rock set up. I'm going to bring Nidoking. I really want to bring... Yeah, I'm going to bring Nidoking for that Gliscor. And... I want to bring the Crawdons, but I really don't see a reason to bring it to this one. I might as well bring Tyranitar as well. Yeah, I'm going to bring Tyranitar. I want to get that Hyper Beam off. Maybe on that Greninja. Or that Talonflame. One of the two. So I don't have a lot of speed on this team, but I got a lot of bulk. And some priority, which I'm not bringing, unfortunately. So who's he going to lead with? He's going to lead with the Conkeldurr. That's okay. I'm not going to paralyze this thing. I'm just going to get my Stealth Rocks up. Actually, maybe I should. I know it gets the Guts boost, but... I'm faster? So no, I'm not going to paralyze this thing. Ooh, that filter really helps. Oh, and it's Flame Orb. Of course. Of course, so I'm going to Heavy Slam. I'm going to Heavy Slam. See how much this does. It's going to do a decent amount, I think. Not really. He's just going to Drain Punch away. And he's going to get close, and I think this is where he goes for the Mach Punch. But that burn's doing its damage. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure a Mach Punch can kill. Yep. Ooh. It would be nice if I could have got another Heavy Slam off. But, in comes Nidoking. And let's see if a Sludge Wave is going to be enough to take it out. I doubt it is. But, we'll see. And it takes out the Conkeldurr. That's perfect. That is perfect. So Nidoking, I consistently underestimate you, but you are just an absolute monster. So now is exactly why I brought the Tyranitar. Because he's just going to Brave Bird. But I'm going to take that like an absolute monster. Because I resist both his stabs, and I'm so glad I get to bring Tyranitar to some battles, and even though it's like not a kind of conventional one, it's nice bringing this thing. And I love using a special attacking Tyranitar. It's actually a lot of fun. So, this thing has to stay in. This thing has to stay in. So it's just going to Brave Bird, obviously. Yeah, I can see the Mega Kangaskhan being in his back pocket. So, there's no reason, absolutely no reason to do anything else. Or the Greninja, who knows. Nope, Mega Kangaskhan. I figured. So, question is, I'm going to Hyper Beam. Screw it. I'm Hyper Beaming. I'm Hyper Beaming. I will, that's the exact reason I brought it in the first place. So I'm gonna Hyper Beam. It's not gonna do too much damage, but I'm just excited to see. And he's gonna Earthquake. He's gonna Earthquake, and that's gonna be the end of Tyranitar. Unfortunately, these Mega Kangaskhan's really grind my gears. Ice Punch. That's okay. It's not stab. Maybe I can live. I can live that. Oh. I get frozen. Tyranitar is frozen, and that's game. That's game. I wanted that Hyper Beam so badly. Oh man, that sucks. That's awful. And obviously Kangaskhan outspeeds Nidoking. So that's game. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. If I got that Hyper Beam off, it could have been a different story. I'm just gonna Sludge Wave. I know I don't outspeed. And the Ice Punch is gonna wipe me out. Yep, alright. So, with that, a disappointing last two battles, we're gonna finish off this series 1 and 2. I really think that Freeze Hacks did some that was significant. Like I could have taken it out maybe with the Hyper Beam and Sandstorm combination, but who knows? Maybe I'm just being bitter. I'll run damage calcs and post it at the end of this video. But yeah, that was frustrating. But you know what? I like this team a lot, so I'm going to continue to use it. And yeah, just thanks for watching, guys. You know the drill. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up button. If you have any suggestions for me, feel free to leave it in the comments. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Take care. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, so I'm just on Nugget Bridge here, and it turns out that Hyper Beam from the Tyranitar only ends up doing 41.9 to 49.7% to the standard Kangaskhan. So turns out it didn't matter too much, but still would have been nice to get that Hyper Beam off that Atomic Breath that Godzilla's also famous for. So yeah, hate to lie to you like that, but take care. Bye.